Messages. What's good? What's good? What's goody in the hoodie, man? Come through. Is your spirit, your favorite spiritual fathers on the internet? Father KU in his house, man. These are legacy generational streams, all right. These are legacy generational streams. Come through and get this, and come through and come get this cosmic royal stream, man. We're gonna be diving in with cash flow motivators, elite blockchain allocators, elite asset allocators, right? Financial farmers, financial preppers, right? And we know how to tell the story of assets, business, corporations, gold, silver, Bitcoin, land. We know how to stand. Do you understand? Of course you do, right? That's why you here, right? Now, within this stream, we're gonna be talking about how 2K market cap now, but it's not just a coin, it's a movement. All right, shout out to the Infinite soundtrack of Infinite Returns, SHU, because CKU Legacy Coin goes along with the narrative of SHU. All right, it isn't just a pump, it's a purpose. We rise together, right? And we understand that a lot of people need money at this time, right? We know a lot of people need money at this time. So the only way for people to come up at this time is by working with one another and being a part of currencies that will help capital, that will help one another speed up the wealth, whether that is Bitcoin, Ethereum, mid cap, low cap, to meme coins. All right, this is the time where people have to work together and start to develop new skill sets. This way, you're able to sustain yourself where you wasn't able to before, right? A lot of the clarity is going to come from doing. A lot of the clarity is going to come from doing. A lot of the clarity is going to come from doing things differently. And it's very important that you know how to do things differently, all right? 2K market cap now, but it's not just a coin, it's a movement, all right? And the American people, especially those that are money is coming down, or your bills is moving faster than your cash flow and stuff like that. You need to be in the fastest wealth driving vehicle. It is the only way to drive capital to you faster than the human reality. And as you can see, the human reality is stagnating. The analog economy, the human economy is stagnating, y'all. It's a bust economy, right? But the digital economy is booming still effectively, y'all. And this is very important for you guys to really understand. Because if you don't learn how to develop new skill sets, if you don't learn how to use this technology, I'm telling you right now, you are not in a good position if you don't know how to use this technology. All right? The highest market cap we went up to, I believe, is 18K, but this is a great time to be buying. I know I've been buying effectively with all my other whales because we want to make sure that we have a lot. Listen, guys, this is an affordability crisis. I really don't think y'all grasp what an affordability crisis is, right? An affordability crisis is when you can't afford shit, right? Like, soon people won't be able to afford renting. Soon people won't be able to afford, and they can't do it right now. A lot of people can't afford their rent right now. A lot of people can't afford their mortgage right now. A lot of people can't afford food right now, right? A lot of people might have to use the money for the mortgage or the rent that week and then have to eat ramens for the rest of the week until next paycheck. Like, this is the reality in which that we in. And the reason why the divided and conquered is suffering the most is because they're not working with other people that know how to get the most out of your money, right? Your bang for your buck. You gotta be in decentralized applications. You gotta be where most people are not at. Most people don't want to be in the boom economy. Most people are getting left behind. Fams, make sure that's not you. Think about it. You're gonna allow the reality to leave you behind by having ignorance. That right there is monumental. You got left behind because of ignorance. I'll be able to talk to my children in the future and be like, guys, listen, y'all. The human world got left behind because they chose ignorance. Like, can you believe that? They chose not to have the intelligence that they need to sustain themselves in the fourth. All they had to do was use the robots, but they said, no, I don't want to use the robots. I like to lift things up and put them down. I like to be on the hamster wheel. I like to give away all my time and never spend time with my family and all these things because I was designed to be a very good slave. That's as the OG that I am, as the future grandfather that I will be. These are the stories that I will be telling my bloodline, all my children and grandchildren. Like, it's wicked out here that a lot of people chose to get left behind, all simply because they didn't want to pick up the book and just learn about how to put the robots to work for you, because that's a great outlook. Why would I overwork myself and my finite energy and my youth, right, for something that's not real when the fake could work for the fake? I'm not fake. I don't need to work for the fake. No. Listen, y'all. This is the time to be leveraging these robots. People are missing on money. People need wealth driven to them extremely fast. And the real reason why is because wealth is being taken away from you extremely fast. Now, if you think because you're not aware that it's not happening, it is happening, y'all. Strategy is the biggest example of what it's like to be closest to the source of money creation. Get access to bank funds and then funnel it into Bitcoin. If strategy is doing that publicly, think about all the private corporations that are not letting it be known that they are borrowing money to buy Bitcoin. And then Jamie Gay Dimon is finally telling a different story, that I'm not saying you should buy Bitcoin, but you should acquire Bitcoin, right? That's what Jamie Dimon is saying now. Before, he was saying, no, don't get Bitcoin, never get Bitcoin. Anybody that get Bitcoin and that works for me will get fired. Now his tune has changed, because these people are finicky, these people are fake, and these people are on a need-to-know basis with you. And you must understand and understand that they're on a need-to-know basis with y'all, right? During the time of recording, during the screenshot, guys, this is what CKU Legacy Coin is looking like on vestige.fi. This is a decentralized platform, all right? It's a decentralized aggregator. I believe that's what it's called. But right now, we got a market cap of 2,000, all right, for the Legacy. Because remember, SHU is a soundtrack of infinite returns. This is part of the soundtrack of SHU, Legacy Coin. Because we make cosmic steps for the legacy, right? So if you're about movements, this is a movement in which you truly want to be a part of. Because this movement is going to make sure it drives a lot of wealth to us, right? Like, for example, if you're investing 500 now, just know, as Algorand moves back to 30 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents, and onward, you guys are going to make a lot of money. This is not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys have to remember, I'm certain about the game. I'm certain. A lot of y'all not certain. A lot of y'all in doom and gloom. Y'all don't know what to do. And that's because you're not educated enough. If you were educated enough, if you were aware enough, you were enlightened enough, you would know exactly what to be doing. Life is, the financial affordability crisis is a pressure cooker. You gotta, when life applies pressure, you have to apply it back. I said that in past. Check out the music and CKU music playlist. I said that in past. When life applies pressure, I apply it back, right? And the pressures that life is offering us right now, right, is an affordability crisis. But what can you afford? Right? You can afford assets that are going to generate a lot more wealth to you, depending on what amount of dollars you have, to be honest with you. The amount you put in, those are going to be based on your marginal gains. Clearly, the more you put in for higher risk or higher rewards, clearly that's how you shift more of your reality. But for wherever you are and whatever you can afford, right? And whatever your risk level is at, you should be investing in wealth driving vehicles. You should be investing in capital, digital capital. That is going to drive wealth to you the fastest as adoption further kicks in or inflation further goes up within the bust economy. I'm still getting myself together, y'all. Versus the boom economy, y'all. This is the time. The golden age is all about helping one another. This is a digital symbol. This is a digital beacon around helping y'all, because I can't do it all for you. I would prefer to give you the information, see what you do with it before I ever chop it up with you. Because what is it I give you is nothing but knowledge and wisdom. Now, you could use it, you could look at it as trash. That's fine. Another man's trash is another man's treasure. And what you look at as trash as far as digital capital in this reality, I look at it as treasure. Very much so. Because the dollar is taking wealth from me the fastest. But what's giving me wealth the fastest is CKU Legacy Coin, Algorand, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, XLM, the digital capital reality and friends. That is what's driving wealth to me the fastest. And if you're not experiencing that, then you don't know what I'm talking about. And if you're not experiencing that, why would you not want to experience it? Meanwhile, wealth is being taken away from you the fastest. What is going on, y'all? I thought y'all liked money. I thought America was gun-ho greedy on money. But the money is coming a lot easier. It's through your phone. Why would you want to clock in and clock out all day, all night now? Why is that your reality still? Why do you care about that reality that's dying? Can't you see that people are troubled? Can't you see that Davy Jones and Calypso, they don't know how to do anything besides suck dick and pussy? So guess what? The old America is done. America where people run the economy is done. People are too brainwashed. They're too rotten in the brain. They got spiritual worms in their brain. They got wingworms. They're down and out. The average American is down extremely bad right now, y'all. It's down bad. You know the average American is down bad when you can't tell me what money is. You can't tell me the history of money. You can't tell me what to do with money. America is down bad. And the best thing that we can do is educate America around finances. So we can start to lift up. We can start to rise. Like CKU Legacy Coin. Come all the way down with me. Listen, man, if we were able to go down to a market cap of 1,000, I'm still buying. However low we can go, like that one pole game, you try to go down, you know what I'm saying? However low I can accumulate my favorite assets like CKU Legacy Coin. I want to go as low as I can go. Because all I know is dips is buying opportunity. Let me repeat. All I know is dips is buying opportunity. Guys, if you haven't recognized at this time, I am a golden age brother. I am the eye of the storm. I don't need to conform to CBDC. I don't need to conform to any governmental system. I don't need to comply. School taught me to comply. But I schooled myself. School didn't teach me. School taught me algebra, trigonometry, Pythagorean theorem, a whole bunch of things that I don't use. And real life taught me assets, businesses, corporations, gold, silver, Bitcoin, land. Real life taught me the fastest driving, wealth driving vehicles is paper capital and digital capital. Those are the fastest wealth driving vehicles. Now, of course, we got real estate as well. Of course, we got businesses as well, right? Silver and gold and Bitcoin. But as far as compounding and interest on your money, paper assets, paper capital, and digital capital, and then of course real estate, because that's a tax haven, because you can write off a lot of things of a depreciating, appreciating asset. It comes in clutch. School didn't teach you this, so I'm schooling y'all. Whenever y'all ready to send a dollar donation or hit that thumbs up, hey man, it's gonna help the platform, and you're letting me know you value wealth, you value cosmic intelligence, you value the fact that you are creating, you're progressing forward, not backwards, and the only way to progress forward is by participating in the rigged system. But participating in a way that you know it's rigged, and you're going to benefit with your awareness as to how rigged the system is. You should be benefiting to how rigged the system is. And the system rewards assets, businesses, corporations, gold, silver, Bitcoin, land. The government loves to print. Listen, the government is more bougie than y'all. The government, if the government is down bad, they gonna print money to keep their shit going, bro. They're bougie. The name of the game is to keep going, to never stop the game, bruh. We're going deeper into La La Land. We're going deeper into a world that's not fake. Ask the baby boomers. They never been real. If their mother and father have been telling them, yeah, go to school, go to college, and go get a degree, they've never been real. Because the real world is about assets, businesses, corporations, gold, silver, Bitcoin, land. That is the real world. Even the central bank has more gold and silver than sovereign Americans. They know the difference between real and fake. I do too, because I'm a sovereign. It is my duty to know laws, finances, how to operate my mind, how to operate my feelings, how to operate my finances. Did I say that already? Yeah, I'm sovereign. I'm a free fucking man. I'm supposed to know what I'm doing in America. Just like the white man, King Charles and his nutsack, they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing to have obedience of these American slaves. They know exactly what they're doing. Every man out here that's about accumulating assets, businesses, corporations, gold, silver, Bitcoin, land, we know exactly what we're doing. We're in an affordability crisis. And the only thing the sheeps can afford as far as an asset is digital capital. And many of them don't want to be a part of the digital wealth transfer. And that's because they have been assigned to the government and King Charles's nuts way longer than I've been here. So I'm only speaking to a very small few. I'm most likely speaking to like one of y'all, maybe two of y'all. But y'all gotta understand and understand the rest of the world is brain rotten, brainwashed. I'm literally only speaking to a handful of people. Most people rebuke history. This is something that's been going on before me. So in their DNA, it's more for them to neglect reality and live more in fantasy. You have to realize these ringworms, these parasites in people's minds and blood has been going on way longer than me. Way longer than my bloodline. Probably since the beginning of time, so Uncle Satan been fucking you guys a new one. Because you don't know how to do anything for yourself besides to be conquered. You don't know that this is a timeline. Like it's crazy that we have people older than me. But y'all not able to steer the ship. Y'all not able to relate to y'all family, to yourselves, and the world. That y'all need to work with one another. Just like President Trump and his family and his presidential administration. You must learn how to work with one another. Like, I know they're doing the Hegelian dialectica right now with Trump and Elon, but that's a story. They're getting ready to pump the bags higher. And the divide part is for the sheeps to eat like grass. Because the real joke is on them. They still are not part of the fastest wealth-driving vehicles in human history. All the sheeps is talking about, hey, you heard what happened? You heard what Elon said to Trump? No. Did you hear what Trump said to Elon? Nobody cares. There's no money involved in that unless you're using their energy. The real truth, though, is you guys have to be in the fastest wealth-driving vehicles. The entertainment, the Jersey Shore show is terrible. Y'all is down too bad to be focused on meaningless gossip, meaningless attention. You just need to know when Donald Trump and Elon is moving that way, or these bigger figures are moving this way, that means something bigger is coming. And that means money's coming in. But you might not be a part of it because you're not part of the wealth-driving vehicles in human history. You guys have to put yourself in Charles Xavier's cerebral energy at this moment in time and recognize that if strategy is taking out billions and billions and billions of dollars in credit, in debt to buy Bitcoin, and so many others like him are duplicating the strategy, the average Joe or Jane don't have a shot. The only way for the average Joe or Jane to bring balance in their reality while the wealthier people are draining your wealth extremely quickly is by putting your resources together with your brothers and sisters that are in similar plights like you. You got to be in the fastest wealth-driving vehicle. Because if you're not, if you're using Charles Xavier cerebral, you have the awareness like I have the full-blown awareness that wealth is being taken away from us fast as you can say wealth. A lot of people cannot make it because you don't know about the fastest wealth-driving vehicle. And you hold on. George Washington is draining your pockets, y'all. George Washington is draining your pockets. Oops, what the fuck? The longer you hold this, you're left caught holding the bag. You're left caught holding diluted currency. This is not what you want to hold so much as we are going through this wealth transfer. This is diluted. I'm diluting it. Every capitalist is diluting this. We don't want this. Besides to pay for bills and to buy things. Other than that, we don't want this. This is taking wealth, and this has always been taking wealth. I was born in poverty, y'all. I know the biggest reason why my family was always been poor. Fiat currency. Fiat currency. And not knowing the fiat currency. And not knowing what to do with fiat currency. Same thing is going right now, but it's crunch time. It's crunch time. This is like 5 minutes left of the NFL game, right? With Tom Brady versus whoever, right? We're down to the 5-minute mark. We're down to the 5-minute mark. Game is tied. We got to move these gridiron chains. We got to move these chains to win. And you're only winning. You're only winning if you're part of the fastest wealth driving vehicles. This is not the fastest wealth driving vehicles. This is the fastest slave driving vehicle. This is the fastest slave driving vehicle. The fastest wealth driving vehicle is CKU Legacy Coin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, XLM, XRP, Algorand, mid-cap currencies, low-cap currencies, meme coin currencies. These are the fastest wealth-driving vehicles. Guys, Pepe the Frog is worth $8 billion. A fake frog, a meme coin frog, is worth $8 billion. Most people who are faker than Pepe can't even be worth $1 billion. They can't even be worth 1,000. Guys, America is down bad. Most people don't have $400 to $1,000 to their name. But yet, they want to miss out on the fastest wealth driving vehicles. You don't want to depend on the government. They will feed you and starve you. That is the last thing sovereigns of freedom should ever be wanting to do with their lives. You're telling me you use your freedom to be codependent to the government? All of you guys that are foreign, just know most Americans are not free. They don't value freedom. Because when shit hits the fan, they prefer to go to the government instead of governing themselves and learning from their fucked up choices. Instead of learning from their fucked up choices. Because I ain't gonna hold you. What's most important at this time is having the fastest wealth driving vehicles. Make sure that your phone bill is being paid. And if you gotta live out of the TP, if you gotta rent a room based on your finances, and you knowing that it's more important that you keep the digital capital than anything else, this is the time. This is the time. I'll tell you right now, bruh. When the gig economy slow down, if it does slow down, bruh, I will live in a teepee. I will live in a teepee. I will live in a tent on some raw fucking land, y'all. And as long as I have an internet connection, I'm good to go. Because I'll keep it a buck with you. I prefer to have money in my pocket, right? To keep having to put money outside of my pocket. I'm just keeping a buck with you. I'd rather keep money in my pocket, right? Than to shell out all that money. Oh yeah, I would listen, man. All I need is my T-Mobile connection, my Verizon connection, right? And my digital capital and less bills. I'll make it through it. Listen, I'm a native. Maybe not to this land. But me, motherfucker, bro, I'll live in the jungle, bitch. Having money work for me is more important to me than having money keep coming out. A lot of it, all of it. No. Listen. I'm a very comfortable, uncomfortable motherfucker. I'm a very comfortable, uncomfortable motherfucker. If I got to be outside and cut all these bills off, besides the ones that I really need to pay, I will do it. I don't think y'all understand how much I don't care about sucking another man's mushroom tip. I don't think you understand. I don't care about another man taking care of me. I really don't. That's not masculine. It's crazy that another man is trying to put me into submission. This is how gay America is. And that's why I'm thankful that everything that's transpiring, it's leading me outside of America. I'm going back home. I'm going back home for a little bit. I'm going back home because America is moving way too gay. It's moving way too gay. The people who have all the power to work with one another and benefit their lives together, they don't want to do it. They rather be divided and conquered. Like, you have to realize, Davy Jones and Calypso's, all the people at the bottom, they destroyed a lot of the human connections that they could have at the bottom. A lot of people don't trust one another. And because a lot of people don't trust one another, why would they work with one another? They can't. This is why the robots got to take over. This is why the robots got to take over, y'all. The robots got to take over because the people can't even do nothing together. The people can't combine their little $5 resources, $10 resources, and pump their own bags. Meanwhile, we see Donald Trump able to do it, his family able to do it, but we as a collective, we who are suffering the most, we can't do these things. Yeah. I'm going to want to go home for a little bit. I want to go home. Because listen, man, the humility is trash here. People don't have no humility. People don't have the united power. They don't have God, so how can you be united? This is a perfect storm, which is supposed to be the eye of it. You're not supposed to be scared at this time. You should only be scared if you're doing all the wrong things. If you're not doing the right things, you're going to be scared. If you're not part of the fastest self-driving vehicles, you're going to be scared. Who's a harder demon? I am, bitch. Because listen, I don't give a fuck about no bills. I don't give a fuck about no imaginary debts. Listen, all I care about is the forward progress of my reality, bitch. You think in this game of mental illness, you think I got mental illness? Hell nah, motherfucker. I got nothing but mental health. Everything got to add up over here. That's the cross in which that I bear. Fuck, listen. If I had a house, cut the fucking lights off. I don't give a fuck. We're in an affordability crisis. You better not run out of money. Because if you run out of money, you're going to be at the hands of the government and the banks. I don't ever want that for my life. I know his story. I know white people's stories. They tell me all the time. In their movies, cinema, music videos, you motherfucking name it. I don't want none of it. I'm not playing that video game. I'm not playing that game of mental illness. I'm not. This is the fastest slave driving vehicle. I'm tired of slavery. So I ended my slavery with CKU Legacy Coin, with the soundtrack of infinite returns called SHU. I ended my slavery with assets, business, corporations, gold, silver, Bitcoin land, because the government's got to pay its debts back. The government's got to pay its debt back. Shit, even you and I got to pay our debts back in this. But guess what? They are getting rid of it. Well, when I say get rid of it, they're destroying it. So destroy it. And while you destroy it, CKU Legacy Coin goes up. Because guys, the Genius Bill, right? When we're talking about the Genius Bill and all the other and the debts that have to be refinanced or paid down, right? It's gonna take trillions of debts, trillions of dollars. What the fuck? That boy was coming in hard. Fuck you, bitch. They were a lot of the debts that have to be created is trillions of dollars in the coming months. The bill, the Genius Bill, or whatever that fucking new bill that they're talking about, right? Like, it's gonna take a lot of trillions of dollars. So you know what that means? You know what that means? CKU Legacy Coin, Bitcoin, and all these other assets are gonna keep going up. I'm done with slavery. I'm over it. All I gotta do is hold on. All I gotta do is rise. Listen, I'm not the owner of this. Do you guys get that? I'm not the owner of this. Neither are you. I don't even believe in George Washington. I don't even believe any of these people to be real. The natives are talking, right? The natives are talking. This motherfucker's not real. Andrew Jackson, all these niggas, they're not real. So white people love to feed you a whole bunch of hogwash. I take everything with a grain of salt when it concerns the white folks, especially white folks I don't know. Because one thing I definitely know about the white folks that I don't know, they want me poor. They want me poor. They want me to be a slave to their Rudy to booty chalk zone white man with cosplay. This is cosplay. You know how a lot of people go to the Javits Center and whatnot for anime weeks and shit? This is cosplay. This is cosplay. This ain't real. Most of America ain't real besides the Native Americans. Shout out to those Native Americans. But other than that, America ain't real. The people who came here ain't real. Think about it, y'all. Y'all came here, your bloodline came here with mental illness. My bloodline came here with mental illness. Y'all all need to get back on the boat. Y'all all need to get back on the boat, including myself, and go home. Go do some healing. Right? Go do some healing. Because a lot of y'all don't belong here. A lot of y'all can't even, you don't belong here so much, you're broke while you here. Just like you were broke on your own soil and your own native country that your bloodline come from. Get back on the boat. Get back on the boat. Because I can agree with the natives. All we simply did was bring here was mental illness. Mental illness. How the fuck y'all was mentally ill on your own land around this money, and y'all come to this land and y'all still don't know what this is? The joke is on you. You're mentally ill. Get back on the boat. Get back on the boat. And any of y'all claiming any white man form of history and you not white and you're not part of those genocide families, something is wrong with you. I can't claim no white man history. I can't even claim my own bloodline history. It's all around being gay, diabolical, genocides, killing people because they're better than you. I can't fuck with it. I can't fuck with it. I can't fuck with that. I can't fuck with the fact that white man killed a whole bunch of people because they don't want to be like him. That's crazy. That's crazy. And y'all white people want to be holding on to that type of, y'all be trying to hold on to that type of history. And then when people hit you with the logic, you're going to shut the fuck up. And you're going to shut the fuck up because, listen, you don't like somebody, just move on with your fucking life. You don't like somebody, you want to kill them because they don't want to do what you're doing. Now you got mental issues. You got wingworm. You got parasites in your fucking head. You must be eating raw meats that you shouldn't, that got fucking bugs in it or some shit. Because that's not right. That's not right. You don't conquer people that don't want to be conquered. What's up, Slam Duncan? Appreciate you, Paul Revere, for dropping a link for Shoe, right? A sound check of Infinite Returns. If you guys want to support the creators and their HQ, and not just support the Booty Warrior, Apple Music, Tidal, Portal, Spotify portals, definitely hit up the CKU HQ or the DestinationBoys.com. All right, these are where you'll find the creators and their music. All right, if you want to support at the actual headquarters. But this is cosplay, guys. Everybody here that claims to be an American, you're cosplaying because you don't honor the Native American. You don't honor the origins. So therefore, you're just cosplay. And then look at what taking place on this land from you not honoring the native way, the way this portal anchors the energy. Guess what? You're gay. You're confused. You guys are mutts, and y'all don't know what the fuck y'all doing. Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all doing. At this time, it's time to strengthen up the blood. At this time, all the mixing and mingling, shit, without the right type of father, it ain't working, bro. The fact that the father is not the head of household, things are not working, guys. When are you guys going to change things so that they work? We have over 50 enriched years of history of gay single mothers raising the American boys and girls. Most of them are gay. Do you need another half a century to recognize that women cannot raise children? And then when they do, they're still complaining about the children that they raised. But y'all do know it is single mothers, gay single mothers, raising them beta males and manginas that y'all want. And them so-called Pookies and Ray Rays. A single mother is doing that. Y'all do know that, right? It's a single mother. In most cases, is a gay father. Meaning, he praises genocide. He praises a Bible of genocide. He praises an education of genocide. Because the education doesn't lead you anywhere besides poverty. Look at majority of the Americans. They're in an affordability crisis. So whatever your programming and training was in school was of slavery. Or else you wouldn't be in it. Listen, man, it is so obvious that when you want to liberate and you want strong Americans, you teach them assets, businesses, corporations, gold, silver, Bitcoin, land. You teach them the Constitution. You teach them combat training. You trying to tell me these are hard things to do in school or a gym class? You teach them combat training in weaponry and hand-to-hand combat. That's what it looks like when you actually care about Americans. When you actually want warriors. When you want faggotry, you teach them about a whole bunch of polyamory, polysauce, Pelagotherium type of bullshit. You want gay, incel, weak-ass boys and girls in this society. You make sure they don't have no combat training. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. These mothers are weak. These mothers are nowhere even close to being nurturing. They're nowhere even close to being unique. They all dress the same. They all look the same. They're nothing special. They're King Charles made, guys. It's trash out here. Wealth is being taken from y'all the fastest. The only way to speed up from the slave tool, the cosplay money that's taking wealth from you the fastest is by being in digital capital. You don't have a choice. You better learn from people who knows about appreciation. People who knows how the rig system works and how to rig it in your favor. The only way to rig money in your favor is by being in scarce assets. Assets that people want. The whole globe wants Bitcoin. You're just unaware. You're just not going through enough suffering, which I wouldn't want that for you. But that's the only way you're going to awaken and realize that you need Bitcoin. Because a lot of men don't learn until it's already too late. A lot of men have to go through a lot of pain themselves before they truly recognize my bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. But yeah, a lot of men are not gonna hear what is it I'm really saying until things have really hit the fan, and that's really unfortunate. Just like a lot of men won't hear you about women until they've experienced an Horisha, right? Until they experience the Jezebel energy themselves. Until they've tried to turn a hoe into a house. They've tried to turn a hoe into a housewife. 1 second, guys. Sorry. My bad. My bad, y'all. My bad. But yeah, a lot of men ain't gonna awaken. They will only be more receptive to the things in which I'm saying until it's got to be after the fact, and that's really unfortunate. But that's the facts. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't they have to be, it has to be relatable, right? People move off of relatability, especially when it concerns a lot of this content creation stuff. So it has to be certain things in which that they've gone through in order for them to relate to you. And see, I'm a person that live life to the fullest. I don't live life from fear. So I go through a lot more things than most people because I'm not moving from fear. I'm not moving from overthinking. I actually think very simple. I'm actually a quite simpleton. That's why I have a mind of peace, because I don't have much going on up here. There's nothing for much to go up here, because if you're too lost up here like a bubble boy, you're missing out on the physical experience. And as a human, as a god playing out in a human experience, I'm here to experience life. I'm not here to experience life in my head. I'm actually here to experience more life physically than to experience life in my headspace. That's not what I'm here to do. The devil's playground is your headspace. So if you know that, why would you simply just occupy your reality or experience more of the devil when you don't need to? I'm a co-creator of my existence. So, if I don't want to be in my headspace, I don't need to be in my headspace. But that's because I'm mastering myself, though. I'm not looking to master nobody else. I'm not looking to control my father, my mother, baby mama number one, my son, or nothing of that sort. No, there's no mastery in that. The mastery is in fully controlling myself, right? And then when demons try me, they give me the optimum, ultimate moment, right, to control myself that much more. Where your demon would want control, but then because you're immature and you don't know that control is only over self, that's the only control you really have, then you use those experiences to strengthen your overall power. Because listen, this is a game. So if you want to level up spiritually, you got to conquer demons. That's why I've been leveling up. That's why I'm above where the system is at, and I laugh at the system that is laughing at me. So we're both laughing at each other. You know what I'm saying? While the system is laughing at me, I'm laughing at the system, because whatever you thought that you were doing to play me, I'm playing the game. And I'm playing you. And wherever you thought you were smarter than me, no, I'm actually smarter than you. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, the system really isn't that smart. You're just really dumb. If the cap fit, let them wear it. The system is not that smart. It's just that people are dumb. If you're not paying attention to the system, not paying attention to you, then you're dumb. Because why would you just allow somebody to watch you, pretend like they know you better than you know yourself, and you're not flipping the script and putting the energy on the opposite foot and seeing what the fuck is really going on? And just in the same way the system try to play you, you play the system back. Like the system is playing the average Joe or Jane, and they can't listen. Most of them are at the point they can't even invest in CKU Legacy Coin, and it's less than a penny. A lot of these people are so emotionally gone and mentally gone. Their emotions overpower everything. Hey Ryan, if you have any questions, throw $1 donation for wanting to ask questions, because clearly you find value. So if you find value, throw $1 with your value, and then we'll answer those questions. But anyway, let's keep it going. So this is devaluing very fast. This is the fastest slave driving vehicle. This is the fastest slave driving vehicle. People have traveled lands to get this asset, right? To keep them in slavery. People have traveled lands to get this asset for them to still be in slavery. That's amazing, guys. This is amazing. And these people are part of my family just as much as they're part of yours. They left whatever country they come from. They migrated. And they migrated to what? More indentured slavery. They left one continent of slavery to come to another continent of more slavery. And they never realized, this is how powerful this tool is. They never realized that this is the slave tool. This is why. And they are the reason why they never have anything. They're always just over broke. These slave people will rather work their whole life for this. Meanwhile, King Charles and his nuts, they don't work at all for this. They just print it. They just own the assets that create more of this and give you more dollars. So what would give you more dollars with this? If you were to use this, what's going to give you more dollars? assets, businesses, corporations, gold, silver, Bitcoin, land. That's how I get more dollars for when they dilute the dollar, when they dilute the currency, I gain more currency by having scarce assets. Scarce. There's only 19. Mr. Smith, proud of you, bro. Proud of you, man. I'm glad that you hooked up the Coinbase. Also, hook up the Para wallet. You will be able to find that in the instructions in the community tab below. I mean, the community tab on this platform. Definitely hook up to Para wallet as well and get yourself at least $10, right? At least $10 of CKU Legacy Coin. Oh, yeah. Get yourself some CKU Legacy Coin, man. You never know. You might just get an airdrop from your father KU. Oh, yeah, you might just get an airdrop. But anyway, that's what y'all want to be investing in, man. That's what y'all want to be investing in. Digital capital is the hardest capital to have at this time. You got to get your digital capital. You have to. Because it's cosplay currency. This cosplay currency is taking people the fastest. It's taking wealth from people the fastest. The average Joe or Jane ain't gonna make it without blockchain. These robots are working for us harder. They work 365 days a year, 7 days a week, man. 24/7. They don't sleep. Like, what makes y'all think y'all can beat that? What makes you think you can be in an asset that works 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for the last 15 plus years? For the last 15 fucking plus years, this industry has been working every single day. Every single day. What's 365 times 15? 365 times 15. Yo, bro, if that's not a military soldier, I don't know what the fucking military soldier is. The motherfucker don't sleep. The motherfucker work last 15 years on the grid. And all y'all motherfuckers be worried about the grid shutting off. But what happened the last 15 years? The last 15 years, the grid ain't never shut off. And Bitcoin is still here. It ain't going nowhere, y'all. What you saying, Mr. Smith? What wallet should I use? It's called Para Wallet. You'll find it, once again, I repeat, you're going to find it in the community tab. If you look at the community tab, I've made the post around CKU Legacy Coin. I even created a blog post, a blog article around CKU Legacy Coin. All of it is there. It's so, I made it so easy, 1, 2, 3 steps for you guys to be able to find it. So that's all you got to do is just look on the platform, y'all. I made sure the platform is a central hub for nothing but wealth driving vehicle, for nothing but opportunity. Y'all just got to look and cash flow yourselves. That's it. That's it. You just got to look and cash flow yourselves. But this platform is a help platform. You need assistance at this time. Because you believe this is driving wealth to you the fastest. It's not. It's driving wealth away from you the fastest. This is the greatest slave tool to ever exist. Ask all the slaves. They still want a slave for this. It's the same place you find Coinbase, big dog. You find it at the App Store. Remember, everything is applications. This YouTube is an app, right? Instagram is an app. And you find all these apps, whether they're centralized applications or decentralized applications, you find them all at the App Store or the Google Store. That's where you find all your apps. PERA. And if you need further help, once again, just go to the community tab. It only takes a couple seconds and click on the first Community, and you could copy and paste. You could see everything right there in front of you without me having to interrupt this message to say a whole bunch of shit that I already got written down. But yes, it's an app. Decentralized and centralized applications are all in the App Store, whether there's the Google Store or the App Store, and you need to know the difference between the two. Centralized applications means the government is more involved. Decentralized applications means that's more of a portal and a hub for the people. Always keep these things in mind because we're in a digital world now, right? So in this digital world, you gotta have governmental portals and you gotta have people portals. Just like in the physical world, in the analog world, you have portals for the government and you have portals for the people, right? History is still very much so repeating it itself. So for those of you that are baby boomers and Gen X, I'm trying to keep it very plain Jane to understand that the digital reality, it didn't really change much. All it simply did was speed up productivity. All it did was make money faster again, velocity of money faster again, because the velocity of money slowed down. Ask the people that are suffering right now. The money has slowed down. The economy before 2020 does not exist. It only exists in the digital capital world. The human economy has slowed down. And it's because most human beings don't know how to make money. Yes, that's right, Mr. Smith. And once again, just use the community tab. It's like a curriculum. The community tab is like part of my school where it's a board. It's a digital board so that you don't have to keep asking the teacher. All you got to do as the student is just go to the board. It has it all there for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, the human capital world, the analog world, these people, Davy Jones and Calypsos, who think that they're so big with their education, tell me how there's over 100 million people with a degree, and they don't know what to do in this economy. They don't know what to tell y'all to do in this economy. They don't know how to jumpstart the human economy. They don't know to be frugal at this time, keep the costs low, and to focus on cash flow. A lot of educated people can't give you the education that you need, the financial education that you need to as an average Joe or Jane for whatever scenario in which you're in to benefit in this time. All these educated people, they don't know how to run their own economy. They don't know to move effectively towards acquiring land to grow your own food, right? It's time to get back to farming. It's time to get back to financial education. It's time to get the family back right and get back to healing, because ever since people been conquered, they didn't heal. I definitely know the black man didn't heal. He be reading another man's Bible. I know he didn't read. I know he didn't heal. Because the same Bible that he read as a slave, he's still reading that Bible now. So I damn sure know that nigga didn't heal. I know it for a fact. Because white man love to show slave movies, right? And white man giving black man the books, the slave books, for the preacher, the slave preacher, to read to the slave people. The slaves are still reading the slave book till this day. So I know slavery never ended. There's so many devil in the details that let you know slavery never ended. Why is white man book the only good book? You trying to tell me black man could have created a good book too? Huh? All these years, y'all could have created our own book, y'all own emperor version, your emperor version and all this shit. You telling me that really is the good book? If that's the good book, why not helping everybody? Why everybody need to know about? Why I gotta teach everybody everything? You guys, if you have spiritual powers, you would know these things. You don't have spiritual powers, so you don't know these things. You don't know your value and worth, because whatever y'all been doing has been taking your value and worth. I really don't think the Bible giving people power. I really think it's taking power away from people. Because if you were actually empowered with God, you would know exactly what to do in these times. We wouldn't have so many people in America that's doom and gloom, because you have the Great Spirit energy. The natives had the Great Spirit energy too. That's why they had to eradicate them. So you don't got God's backbone. You don't got God's energy. You at the backbone of the Gaylords, which means bend over, bend over, bend over, and they fuck you backward, backward. That's the backbone you got. Where King Charles always stick out his mushroom tip to fuck you. And shout out to all my got the Parallel on Android and the iPhone. So there we go. There we go. Right? Classroom board. Just go to the classroom board, ask questions under the comment section. That also lets me know that you are engaging with what I put out to the class. Listen, man, it's time to practice what we preach. Teamwork, make the dream work. To have people that understand culture and capital. Jamaica man understand culture and capital. I leverage my culture to make capital, y'all. My culture generates a lot of money. My abilities of my culture. My bad, y'all. All right, we should be good now. We should be good. But when are you gonna realize these people don't care about you? Like, all they are is green hungry. All they care about is this. Like Walmart and all these places, they're taking out all the competition. They understand the poor people's psychology, which means that they look at price and they'll go to cheaper prices, but then they're gonna also get diluted ingredients and all these things that's gonna have you continue to keep coming back to them either way because they're using science against you. They're using addictive substances and whatnot against you, and you want to continue to keep supporting the system. This is the time for baby boomers, Gen X, older millennials like myself. We need to be showing Gen Z and Generational Alpha what unity looks like. What it's like to be a warrior. What it's like to be going through a crisis like this, right? And see nothing but opportunity. Because anytime there's a crisis, right? Any amount of crises, there's nothing but opportunity. Because the crisis created the opportunity where there wasn't one before. If there wasn't these red flags or nuances, these negative things to take place, they would have come about with a different solution for y'all, right? Which is opportunity, right? If COVIDiate and the supply chain didn't break down, then they wouldn't have had that good enough excuse to have you sit your ass at home and then print trillions of dollars that is hurting you because it's cosplay. We're in a mentally ill game. The baby boomers need to step up, and the Gen X and millennials need to step up now. A lot of us has shown in the last 5 years we ain't shit. We have to step up. In the fourth industrial model, it's all about synergy. Everybody renting from somebody at this time. If you're a landlord, you're probably renting rooms. You're not just renting the space or the unit. I mean multifamily unit, you're renting rooms because we're in a sharing model, right? We will be sharing internet connections. We will be sharing cars as we already are. We will be sharing owning of property, right? Renting of property. All these things are already taking place. Why don't you see it? We're in a model that we have to share everything. You don't see that? Especially if the baby boomers and Gen X didn't acquire property and take advantage of the crises of 1971, of the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s. If you did not pivot, leverage, and profit over those crises, well, you're in a model where you have to share. You have to share more than ever before. This is the millennial generation. This is the future Gen Alpha. Most people in America will never own property by themselves ever again. And that's because of the people before them. And then, of course, depending on when that user came in and sees about algebra and calculus in the real world, adult Timmy, all we care about is assets, business, corporations, gold, silver, Bitcoin, land. Can you sell the product? Can you sell a service? Can you maintain property? Hold up. Can y'all hear me? I don't know why it's saying very bad connection above. That's weird. I've never seen it say that shit before. We got to work with one another. Let me refresh the screen. I don't know why it's just saying that. One second. Let me know the connection good, y'all. Let me know connection good. Let me know the connection good, y'all. Let me know connection good. But this is the time to not be in fear. All the fear should have happened in 2012. Around the time of 2012 and all that, all the feelings that y'all feeling now, that shit that took place back then. Because right now, if you practice meditation, if you had worked through those spiritual child ways, right? Because you reawaken, you awaken back to reality. What we should be doing is breathing in that good ass prana and letting go what no longer serves us, right? And focusing our capital on wealth driving vehicles. This is the time for adults to show how much of an adult you are. Can you weather the fucking storm? Huh? Or will you conform? Because you're actually a migrated Italian, Jamaican, and Trinidad, Asian. You still from those lands. You're not a native. I don't give a fuck if you're born here. You're not a native because you don't connect with the native energy. You don't. Because if you did, where the fuck is your backbone, bitch? Where's your clarity? Where's your creativity? If you're born in this fucking soil, respect the fucking soil. Respect. How do you not know what the fuck is going on? If you're connected to the Great Spirit, which is the God and this energy and whatnot, how you don't know what the fuck is going on? You're still a slave. Your bloodline is still the motherfucker that's migrating still. Y'all still going through a migration process or a download process that's dial-up. Y'all slow as fuck. Because y'all supposed to come here for freedom. You ain't supposed to come here for indentured servitude like you were in Asia, like you were in India, like you were in the Caribbean seas, like you were in Africa, like you were in UK, like you were in Canada, bitch. What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't ever come to these fucking lands if you're actually not about freedom, because you're really about the commonwealth. A lot of y'all is agents. Oh, that's what's up, Mr. Smith. That's what I'm talking about, brother. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to my elders, man. Because an old dog can learn new tricks. Anybody that's saying an old dog can't learn new tricks, I need to put you in the ground, bitch. We need to go to the kennel. We need to give you one of them fucking injections and put your ass to sleep. Because last thing we ever need in this reality is old dogs that can't learn new fucking tricks. That's right. Yeah, make sure you got your 24 phase code. Yeah, your pass code. Make sure you got that shit, because that's your bank account. Don't lose it. Right? We here for freedom, bruh. I'm an American. I value America. I value this as the greatest freedom capital country in the world. There's no bombs being dropped on my head. What Ukraine did to Putin, it didn't take place here in America. I say my karma is good. I say my karma is great. Like Frosted Flakes. I know that I'm good. I'm great. Because right now, Ukraine or Russia or China could be dropping bombs over here, bitch. And they not. So I'm embrace my freedom. Ain't shit for me to complain about. Because if you can't handle this affordability crisis, I don't even know, I can't even imagine you handling when bombs is fucking dropping on your own soil. Not that I think it would, because the white man really love America like that. He been using this to feed the world. But I'm just putting shit into perspective. If Ukraine did what Ukraine did to Russia, if Ukraine did that to America, or Russia did that to America, or China did that to America, y'all can't make it. Y'all can't even make an affordability crisis. Y'all emotional about y'all emotional about fake money. Y'all emotional about cosplay. So I can only imagine when bombs is dropping and enemy guns is on the ground floor, how y'all gonna be reacting? Y'all gonna be like, yo, nigga, I'll suck your dick, bro. Y'all gonna be like, yo. Y'all not gonna have no arms. Y'all not gonna have no fight in y'all. America don't got no fight. Not the majority. America wants to be gluttonous. We want to be fat. We want to be lazy. We want to be doped up on drugs. Right? Men today only want to focus on off-brand pussy. Right? Think about it, bruh. We cooked. He wants off-brand pussy to be loyal to him. The pussy that's been getting ran through since she was 9. Because her father gay. Her mother gay. Right? And her relatives is gay. He wanna value that. He wanna cry over that. Yeah, bro, this affordability crisis should be a nothing burger for y'all adults. Real reason why is because when you know how the world works, it's all planned out. It's all planned out. And the adults who plan, right? They get what they plan. As an adult, I would be a child. I wouldn't be an adult if I thought everybody was meant to like me. That everybody's gonna care about me. Meanwhile, I learned since I was 4 years old, right? My mother and father don't give a fuck. So you expect me to think wholeheartedly and in a novice state that I expect everybody to care about me? Really? Let me see what percentage we at. The way my story played out, I'm here to tell you a story where you have to be the individual walking in your own fucking shoe. And you have to put yourself around other motherfuckers that want to walk in their own shoe of infinite returns. Oh, there's only steps to acquiring CKU Legacy Coin. What you got to do now, what you got to do now is, that's why it's good that you go back to the drawing board. It just has everything there, so I don't have to say anything, Mr. Smith. But all you got to do now is, once you've created the wallet, you got to put Algorand into that wallet. So you got to use Coinbase, buy $5, $10 worth of Algorand, and then you have to move the Algorand from Coinbase to Para, because Para is a private wallet. It's a custodial wallet. We're the custodians, right? It's an external wallet, meaning it's your own bank wallet, versus Coinbase, which is a centralized wallet. Para is a decentralized wallet for the Algorand system, the Algorand network. Because Algorand is a decentralized, centralized platform, which means that Algorand is dealing with banks and governments with CBDCs. Yes, it is. But at the same time, the system itself is decentralized. But as far as adoption purposes and business purposes, is the Algorand network, is the business, is the corporation, are they working with banks and governments and everybody around the world? Yes. When you're an entrepreneur, right? However the money can come in, especially as far as adoption and whatnot, you're going to allow it to do so. And clearly, if you want your system to be adopted, it is beneficial that you get the banks and the government involved. But that's what Para pretty much is. It is is a separate wallet from Coinbase because Coinbase is centralized. So if you don't hold these, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. So anything on Coinbase, even though I believe Coinbase is the best custodial provider as far as a centralized exchange, right? A digital exchange, right? That's why they're IPOs. That's why they're on the stock markets and all these things. And this is why BlackRock, right? All of BlackRock's Bitcoin is on Coinbase. They just use the IBIT as the onboarding or the bridge, right, between stocks and digital capital. But BlackRock holds all of their Bitcoin with Coinbase Brian Armstrong. So just keep that in mind. That's Para is designed for the Algorand network, the Algorand system, and Algo is the native currency. And within that, there's all these other currencies. The USDC Circle, which is now IPO. Circle is connected to Algorand. Circle is connected to a lot of these utility cryptos, right? CKU Legacy Coin is connected to Algorand, right? And we're going to make a lot of money because Algorand still has a lot of pumpity pump to do. Algorand's all-time high is around like $3 or so. It's been a couple years since we've hit that all-time high. So that lets you know we have a lot of room. And there's a lot more institutional adoptions and all these things since that all-time highs. So I see us going way beyond that all-time highs. And in my opinion, Algorand is doing the best at tokenization of real-world assets, especially real estate. So the fact that Algorand has been doing a quiet, great job at tokenizing real estate, I know this asset is going to be extremely fucking monumental. Oh yeah. And then of course too, it has all the protocols to create your own meme coins and pump your own bags infinitely. Infinite returns. Oh yeah, guys. This is the time. I'm a millennial elder. I'm showing the example of unity. I'm showing the example of teamwork makes the dream work. I know a lot of people don't know what to do when they don't have a job, but I know what to do. So that's why it's beneficial that you continue to keep supporting CKU HQ, even if it's just a minimum of $1, because that's not a lot. And you guys are going to spend that $1 anyway on something that's not going to really benefit you. But I'm very beneficial to you at this time. Very beneficial to you at this time. Because a lot of you guys haven't been spending years knowing these times were going to come. I have, though. So that's why I'm spiritually equipped to deal with the storm. Most people are not. Because most men are showing, like, I spent a lot of time focusing on pussy than my own hood, than my own wood, than my own crystal pistol. I've been focused on too much of the wrong things. Not me. Because I told you, I come from slavery. I don't value it. And I know what a slave experience really looks like. So I move accordingly when you know better. I'm done. I grew up in a trash family dynamic. Now, all of it is not trash. However, the majority of it is. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of seeing black people suffer, black children suffering, all of that, all due to white man Joshua. Another man God. I'm tired. And I'm only 31, but I'm just tired of the boring shit. I'm tired of that weak shit. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get up off of here. Y'all got the point. CKU Legacy Point is where you want to be pivot, leveraging, and profiting. Algorand, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, XLM, the fastest wealth driving vehicle. And this is not it, y'all. This ain't it. This cosplay infinity bill, it takes wealth away from you the fastest. Look at the baby boomers and Gen X and their situation, right? It drives wealth from people the fastest. People are stressing over this, and it's because you just don't know it. I would stress over this too if I didn't know it, and I didn't know myself, and I didn't know my culture, and I didn't know that I'm capital, and that people have been using me as capital, so therefore I can use myself. But anyway, y'all know your homework. Assets, business, corporations, gold, silver, Bitcoin, land. You know how we stand, right? You know where we stand. Never compromising our masculinity nor our femininity. Always putting the God within us first. Preserving ourselves, because that's the number one law of being a mammal. Number one law of being a fucking man. Alright? Y'all be graceful. I'm going to see you guys in a little bit, alright? One love. And don't forget, teamwork make the motherfucking dream work. And you want to be in the fastest wealth-driving vehicles, not the least wealth-driving vehicle. And I'll see y'all in a little bit. Peace, peace.